guys. Good morning. You're welcome to yet another great day on our journey. We're gradually ticking towards the end of this journey. It's our 28th day on our 30-day journey. And I'm sure if you have been with us from the beginning or you're taking your time to watch the past videos, you will appreciate the fact that we've been doing so well. And some of the tips we have shared, like I said yesterday, they're not for us, they're for you. So do your best to engage with them, do the best you can with them, and share your stories with us. If you're watching this video live right now or you're watching afterward, please, we'll appreciate you making comments to get us to know how you are engaging with what we're doing. That's important to us. That's very important to us. I remain Osayi Trescara. I will appreciate if you can subscribe to this YouTube channel if you are not yet a subscriber, because that brings the connection that we need between both of us to continually engage on a daily basis. If you are anticipating applying for the Tony Elumelu Foundation Program 2021, we are out to engage with you to help you and help you structure your business. The Tony Elumelu Foundation Program this year is a long process that requires detailed coaching. It's a long process that requires detailed coaching. If you come onto our network, we're going to be able to provide you the services needed to prepare you to be able to access this funding. $5,000 will transform your business. It did transform mine 2017, and I trust it will do the same for you. I've also gone ahead to put all my experiences in all of this business development and enterprise building process into a book that will help especially beginners in this journey. Because sometimes it is very easy to run with an idea that's going nowhere. So the goal of this book is to help you start from the selection process of this idea. So you select the right and profitable idea, you walk through the necessary step to take this idea to the market, so you begin to engage profitably from the beginning. Then thirdly, there's always the need to source funding. Why some seems to be struggling to get funding, others are making choices as to whose fund they're going to accept. There is a difference, and the difference is first in the thinking, in the thought pattern. So all of that we have worked on and dealt with. Recently I began to see young people reaching out to me. I need this particular document. I have an opportunity I need to take care of right now, and it's a bit urgent. Those are things that you should not allow to happen to you. Because if you follow some of these books, they tell you things to put in place even before you need them. So at the point when you need them, with ease, you just punch them. There are practically opportunities everywhere, every day, supporting small businesses. But right now, they're supporting businesses that are ready. So how investor ready is your business? These books will help you do the needful even before it arrives, even before the need for it becomes too urgent. Please consider joining the Trescara Tribe. It's my coaching and mentorship platform where I harmonize the giftings of young people and help them bring it to bear in a profitable manner. We're working with young people and we're already getting results. The revenue inflow already. Our target is to ensure that every member of this tribe earns a minimum of at least ₦1 million in revenue every month. If 12 million goes through your account in a year, at least you would have been able to retain 1 to 2 million as profits. It's a good place to start from. It's a good place to start from. It took us years to get to that place, and we are believing that if we work with you, you can begin to attain that starting from this year. The process is as simple as possible, but it will always be difficult until you know it. It's Mandela that said it always seems impossible until it is done. I was having an engagement with my children and my wife this morning, and we were doing some needlework, and there was an error in one needlework. We pierced it, and my wife said, "Bring it, we can reverse it." My daughter said, "It's very difficult." I said, "Don't say so. It's only difficult because you have not done it." Someone who does it regularly said it's possible, and in split seconds, it was reversed. So that's how it is. At the Trescara Tribe, we are only helping you practice what we have practiced. Some we failed at doing them. We learned our lessons, but we are helping you avoid those failure points and help you learn and move swiftly. So when we talk about you earning 12 million naira in a year, it is audaciously possible. It is very possible. We had a session in January, sell a ton masterclass. We knew that it was possible to sell tons and tons of your products and services like we are already doing. So we had this engagement and we are making the replay available for you. If you are interested, simply follow the link and make your reservation. So right now, we're going straight to the tip of the day. The tip of the day is scrolling on the bar line there. It's a simple thing. Practice saying no. Practice saying no. We are humans, and most times what is easy to us to say is to always say yes. To say yes, you really don't need any training. You really don't need any training because society trains us from childhood to always say yes. But it takes one who is intentional. It takes one who is bold. It takes one who is strong-willed to be able to look you in the eyes and say no to your proposition. What's the essence of no? No, what's the meaning of no? It's a negative. It's a seemingly negative used to express dissent, denial, or refusal, as in response to a question or a request. This is not what people expect. When people come requesting for something from you, what they are expecting and anticipating is a yes. In fact, I will always tell people that I will never go ahead to ask you for anything except I can almost tell myself that you will accept, because I have done my mental work, I've done my research, I've tried to assess my relationship with you, I've tried to assess the fact that do I really deserve what I'm asking for? If I'm told no, will this person be right or wrong? So I answer some of those questions before I even approach. So when I approach, most time I'll get a yes. But if I get a no, I also don't feel bad because I understand that the person I'm dealing with is a human and he has a right of choice. So don't be afraid to say no. Saying yes happens almost by default. It's easy for people to call you and say, I want you to do this for me. The first response that comes to mind is a yes. But when you become intentional with your life, when you become deliberate with your actions and activities, it's going to be easier for you to say no to some things and give very cogent reasons. The act of saying no is something we all must learn and practice regularly. Yes, it's something we must learn and practice regularly. And for those of us who will make proposals, who will make gestures, who will make demands at people, never feel bad when somebody says no. Never feel bad when somebody says no. Saying no to an offer doesn't mean a no to the persons. Learn to differentiate that. Learn to differentiate that. The fact that you say no to an offer doesn't mean you're saying no to the person. I appreciate you. I welcome you. But for this particular offer, it's a no. And these are my reasons. So when you say no, don't feel bad about it. Don't feel bad about it. The more no's you are able to say in 2021, the more time you will free for yourself. All through my engagement with young people, helping build businesses and all of that, I've practically done everything I've done for free until after a while I began to monetize it. And one of the lessons you learn when you begin to do this is the fact that the people who begins to pay for what you offer sometimes are totally different from the people who have been getting it for free. Majority of the people who have been getting your offers for free always want it for free. But I also realize that these same people pay premium to get the same offer from others. But for us, we practically train them not to pay us by giving them virtually everything for free. By the beginning of this year, I began to structure things. I began to build protocols to ensuring that when you come in to get something from me, you must have pre-qualified yourself by taking some necessary action. So I could say in this January alone, I've said more no's to offers and requests from people than I normally will do. And as the year goes on, I'm going to say more of such. I have businesses I have penned down because I need time to be able to structure around them. I have activities I must give attention to. So if I say yes to every offer, you know, people see opportunities. I share opportunities in platforms with a link that you could have clicked to read more about the same opportunity. They will leave the link and start to call me to ask for more questions. You know, so imagine if I do that because I'm in groups that have complete full WhatsApp group of 250 something people. I'm in many of such groups where I offer help and support to young people. So imagine if I say yes to all of those offers. I'll never have time to spend with my children and my family. You know, a no doesn't mean you or your proposition is perpetually bad. It means no for now. Les Brown will say you must be able to receive no and don't take it personally. How you deal with rejection matters a lot. When someone says no, just understand that they are saying no for now. They are saying no for now. You go back and give them more reasons to say yes. If it is very, very important that you must get a yes from them, just go back and give them more reasons why they should say yes. And for those of you who desire a yes from people, learn to appreciate that what you are asking for are actually values. And in the world as a market, as we discussed earlier, in the world operating as a market, it is criminal to ask for value without value in exchange. So learn to pay for the yes that you seek. Learn to pay for the yes that you seek. What payment does is not necessarily greed on the part of the person asking you to pay. What you are actually asking, because this person has 24 hours like you do. This person has to engage his 24 hours to be able to create the values he needs to offer to the world, and enough from it to be able to pay for the values he cannot create by himself. So imagine you taking part of this time and you ain't exchanging any value for it. This person is going to get somewhere and be broke. He's going to get somewhere and not be able to pay part of his bills. So you don't want to be this person's enemy. You don't want to be one of those pulling him back. You are out there to actually assist him. So never feel bad about it. No. And if you desperately desire a yes, sometimes pay for it. Most times pay for it. you know. So my advice is actually to you, not how you should treat me, it's how you should engage with people in your life. Say yes, saying yes always. Sometimes it's an expression of a low self-esteem. There are people who know that for this, I really don't have to say yes to it, but they just say yes. Not because the person in question really, really deserves it. And caveat, if the person in question deserves it, has earned it by reason of past engagement, please don't turn them down because I'm teaching you to practice saying no. You know, like I said, before I go ahead to make demands on people, I do my self pre-qualification. So when people also put a demand on you, pre-qualify them. And don't get sentimental about this. Pre-qualify them. So don't express orphan spirit by accepting offers that you no longer be able to commit to. That becomes an integrity issue. So it's better you tell me a no and I try to sort myself out from somewhere else than you telling me a yes and I'm expecting you to deliver and you are unable to deliver. That's why when people call on us for some of the our services that we render, and this service is supposed to be 20,000 naira with a time frame of 2 weeks of 1 month, and all of a sudden you come in and saying you need it urgently. Of course, the price will go up. Why does the price have to go up? Because what you are indirectly telling us is pause everything you're doing and give attention to my work, so it can come out within a shorter time frame as it would have come out. So if you don't want a no in that kind of a situation, you should be able to pay to get a yes. And another thing you must understand is that saying yes often reduces your value to people. Continually saying yes to people's offer, even when they know they don't deserve it, perpetually reduces your value to them. You know, truth is, ease of access equals to cheap to some persons. People will place more premium on people that are difficult for them to access than those they can reach whenever they feel like. In the business world, Ubon King will say business is a war and you must treat it as such. So you must be able to create a sense of scarcity in the heart of people. It increases your value. That's why I told you, schedule your day, create your agenda. Don't allow anybody bounce into your day. Don't allow anybody encroach into your day the same day. If you want anything from me that's going to take my time, you must give me notice of over 24 hours. Because I plan my day the night before. So by the time you're talking to me today is already fully planned out. So be deliberate and be intentional about that. Never allow anybody call you this morning, I need you to do this, except it's your boss that you're working for. You already know that this person has bought your time from 8 to 4 or from 9 to 5. Such a person, you can give that quality of attention. Why access to you shouldn't be difficult, getting your yes shouldn't come easy. Because in the world of technology, it is easier to reach people. But if you are not putting protocols around yourself on how easy people get through to reach you, ensure that even when they reach you, getting a yes is not as easy as people anticipate. Only say yes when you really mean yes. Only say yes when you really mean yes. Say no when you mean no and don't feel bad about it. Say no when you mean to say no and don't feel bad about it. It's the truth. People will hold you based on the value with which you hold yourself. So let's look at the action point for today before we wrap this up. Be conscious of offers that will come to you today. I need you to be deliberate about today, the very day you're watching this video. Be conscious about the offer that will come to you today. Say no to some offers you normally will say yes to. Note the feeling. Sorry about that. Note the feeling and how much time you saved by doing that. By the end of today, just note the feeling you have. Yes, you're going to feel bad because it's something you're beginning to do for the first time, because this is something that people will expect a yes. Somebody calls you from nowhere and expects you to leave whatever you're doing and run around to go do this. There are people that qualifies for that in your life. Always know that there are people that could call you. Their suggestion is a command. That's people, they deserve it. They pre-qualify themselves. They've earned it over time. Don't take that away. Yet, and I also appreciate the fact that some of these persons, we also understand that Okay, sorry about that hitch. Sorry about that technical hitch. It was a network problem. Okay, be conscious today about some things that you would ordinarily say yes to and just turn some of them down, especially if it meets the criteria we've talked about before now. Then ensure you are saying no to the right things that deserves a no. If you listen to what we have been saying since, before a yes goes to anything, you must spend time to pre-qualify that thing and be sure that it really deserves a yes. If it deserves a no, don't feel bad to give it a no. So before I release you, go ahead and say yes to this. Go say yes to this. You need these books for your business to say yes to you, for the customers to say yes to you, for the market to accept you, for investors to say yes to you. You need this book to prepare you. It's very, very important and vital to your success as a business person. Consider joining the Trescara Tribe. We already talked about it at the beginning, and it will have a tremendous impact on your business. The Seleton Masterclass was done with you in mind. We need you to put your product in the hands of tons and tons of people while you earn incommensurate value. If you are yet to subscribe to this YouTube channel, please go ahead and do that. Do enable the bell so you can always get notified when we come online. Thank you very much for spending this time with you. Once again, with us rather. Once again, I want to apologize for the mix-up, for the network hitch that we experienced. I'm sorry, I'm sincerely sorry about that. So we'll be doing this again tomorrow. Tomorrow will be the 29th session, and the day after tomorrow we'll be wrapping it up. I'm thinking I will just give a 31st day. In addition, I just want to share with us some things that should be in our toolbox for 2021. Some things you can never compromise on. Some things you can never compromise on if you must celebrate with us 2021 December and be able to share a lot of value that you have gleaned from the month, from the year. Thank you so much. Let's do this again tomorrow. Have a great day. Have a lovely day. Remember what's showing on the bar line. Say no when you mean no and don't feel bad about it. Say no when you mean no and never feel bad about it. I am Osai Tresamokaro. I'll be in your room again tomorrow. Have a lovely day.